This picture shows the aftermath of an investigation that began in June of 2025 after police uncovered a conspiracy to murder an Ontario corrections officer at a home in York Region. It's alleged that a Toronto police officer leaked information about the potential shooting victim to a key figure in a criminal network operating in the Greater Toronto area. Let's bring in Steve Summerville, retired staff sergeant with the Toronto Police Service and president of Stay Safe IP. Thank you very much, Staff Sergeant, for being here with us today.
Thank you. Good afternoon.
Now, I want to ask, in your experience with the service, have you ever heard of this level of alleged wrongdoing? And again, I will say 1 retired and 7 current Toronto officers charged in an investigation that includes an alleged conspiracy to commit murder.
No, I've not had experience to anything of that magnitude. I've not seen it. To my knowledge, it's not occurred in Canada.
What is your reaction when you hear about these charges?
Well, I look at it 2 ways, professionally, then personally. Personally, I'm mortified. I'm saddened to hear what I've heard. The other side of me, the professional side, also says these are allegations. They've yet to be vetted in a court system. I would remind the viewers, everyone has the right to their opinion, but they need to be vetted by the Crown's office. This is a 7-month investigation. It doesn't appear to be a quick investigation with a fair bit of investigative hours. I'm somewhat confident, though, that the investigative brief would be quite significant in detail and in nature.
Do you see more officers being charged?
I've read, and yet to be determined or verified, there could be up to 30 officers involved. If that's the case, there'd be other, perhaps, investigations continuing. Maybe other people have been investigated, being released. I don't know. But at the same time, there could be more charges being laid as if the matters become far more fulsome and we start to receive more information about it.
When we talk about, this is going to have an effect on public trust, of course, but then I was speaking with another former officer from the Toronto Police Service, and that is Steve Ryan, who now works for CP24. And he was talking... Oh, okay, perfect. So he was talking about, not only does this have an effect on public trust, it has an effect on the officers' ability to trust each other in situations where they need to be able to trust each other. Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Well, we do. And speaking as a former police officer, the public trust is everything. The interaction we have with the community. If you speak to a police officer, if you call 911, you're expecting a very trusted, very sage individual to attend your residence and to deal with you. I would ask the viewers, though, please don't allow this to interfere with the good work that the men and women are doing of our police service, all police services in Ontario throughout the country. This takes away sometimes the efficiency, the proficiency of what police officers do. Let's not be confused by that place. Let's accept it as being an investigation. The police have laid charges. I guess, if I may say, there's good and bad in everything, and this may be an example of that case.
And as Steve Ryan mentioned, and Chris Lewis, also our public safety analyst, they mentioned that, the police did something. They went out and they charged these officers, and so mentioned that as a real positive side to this. I want to ask you, what else will you be watching for as more information becomes available?
The impact that it has certainly in policing. The commentary back would probably get some early indications of other individuals with their rank, their role, and the interaction they may have had with themselves. This would be unlike perhaps a spontaneous act by individuals. This would suggest a collective synergy with a collective group with people, large numbers, that have had dealings with organized crime. Those are the allegations. I'm not suggesting for a second that's an actual factual conclusion. But that has creates doubts. It creates doubts in the segment with their community, our interaction, the trust that we have to have as peace officers.
How do police fix it?
Great question. Being transparent, being open to the community, speaking to the community, showing at all times, which we've already seen. Chief Demka and the chief in York have already gone public. They have called the press conference. They have been very updated. They've named names. They've shared some video footage. I think in the spirit perception of fairness, that's a reasonable step forward.
All right, that is our time. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. Be well. Take care.
Take care. That is Steve Summerville, retired staff sergeant with the Toronto Police Service and the president of Stay Safe IP.